Hello everyone. So let's learn some new interesting topics of the chapter light. This is the second part of the chapter light. The topics that we complete in this video: regular and irregular reflection, lateral inversion, image formation in a plane mirror. This is very important topic. Uses of a plane mirror: what are the characteristics of the image that formed by a plane mirror, multiple reflection, dispersion of light, what causes dispersion, and many more. So let's start the video. First we understand, children, regular and irregular reflection. In the previous video we understand what is reflection, what is the law of reflection. So let's understand regular reflection. Regular reflection, also called specular reflection. So when a beam of parallel rays falls on a smooth surface like plane mirror is a smooth surface. When a beam of parallel rays falls on a smooth surface, then the reflected rays are also parallel to each other, and this kind of reflection is called regular or specular reflection. As example, you can see this picture. This is the example of regular reflection. Now irregular means what? When a parallel beam of light falls on a rough surface, then it is reflected back in many directions. So this kind of irregular reflection is known as diffuse reflection or irregular reflection. Means in irregular reflection, the reflected rays are scattered in different direction. Why these rays are scattered in different direction? Because the surface is not smooth, it is rough surface, and because of this, because of the rough surface, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other. So this is known as irregular or diffuse reflection. Now the important part of this chapter, image formation in a plane mirror. What is plane mirror? Plane mirror is a smooth piece of glass with a coating of a reflecting material on the back side. The light falling on the glass surface is reflected back by the reflective coating. So what is the image formation in a plane mirror? To understand this, you have to understand this activity, children. So let's understand the activity. The aim of the activity to study the nature of image formed by a plane mirror. Look at the diagram and try to understand. This point O is our object, and now we will discuss the process of image formation of this particular object by a plane mirror, that is MM1. MM1 is the plane mirror. Children, first you have to know that to form an image we need at least two rays from the object, at least two rays. So two rays are necessary from your object. Now you see the two rays are OA and OB. So these are the two incident rays that hit the plane surface MM1. Now we draw two normal to that point of contact. So the normal is N1 at the point A and N2 at point B. Now we know, according to law of reflection, this OA and OB means the incident ray reflected also. AC and BD are the reflected rays. Okay, when you produce these reflected rays to a backward direction, then both rays intersect each other at point I, and this point I is the image of your object O. Okay, children, human eye always perceives rays of light coming from a straight path. For human eye, it's not possible that this particular rays are coming from O. See, this is a V-shaped. So it is not possible for our eyes to know and understand this kind of ray information. Human eye always perceive the rays of light coming from a straight path. So when we produce these two rays in the backward direction, we come to the point I. Both lines intersect at point I, and this I is your image of your object O. Now the reflected rays appears to meet at I but do not actually meet. So this I, now you join MO and MI. When you join, then you understand the distance of MO and MI is equal. It means what? It means the distance of object from the mirror and the distance of image formed from the mirror, both are equal. Also you understand that the object is present in front of the mirror but the image formed is behind the mirror. So now you see the examples, few examples that how the image formed by a plane mirror. See this picture, this is image of a candle, this is image of a simple object. So what are the characteristics of the image formed by a plane mirror? Now the characteristics of the image formed by a plane mirror are The image formed by a plane mirror is virtual and erect. Erect means it is upright, and it is virtual, children. It is not actually made. It is virtual. The size of the image is equal to the size of the object. The distance of the image from the mirror is equal to the distance of the object from the mirror. And one more thing, the image is laterally inverted. So now we understand what is lateral inversion. So lateral inversion means simply the left side of the object appears to be on the right side and the right side of the object appears to be on the left side. So this is known as lateral inversion. Now you see some pictures so that you can understand the lateral inversion. See this picture. This is example of lateral inversion. How the object right is appeared left in the image and the left side is appeared right in the image. So this is the lateral inversion. Lateral inversion is also a characteristic of the image that is formed by a plane mirror. Now understand multiple image or multiple reflection. What is multiple reflection? Multiple reflection is the phenomenon in which we get multiple images of the object because the image formed by one mirror acts as an object for the second mirror. So we get multiple image of same object. This is known as multiple reflection. Okay, there is one formula, n is equal to 360 by x minus 1. What is n? N is the number of images formed by mirror kept at an angle, and x is what? X is the angle between two mirrors. See this question. Calculate the number of images formed when the angle between two mirrors is 72 degree. So our x is 72. We have to find n, number of images. So we put the values in the formula. N is equal to 360 divided by 72 minus 1. So it will be 5 minus 1, 4. It means when the angles between two mirrors is 72 degree, then we get 4 images of the particular object. Dispersion of light. We know that white light is a combination of 7 colors. Okay, so when white light is made to pass through a prism, it splits into a band of colors that make up white light. So this phenomenon of splitting of white light into its component colors is called dispersion of light. And the set of colors formed on splitting of white light is called the spectrum of light. Example is rainbow. Rainbow formation is also an example of dispersion of sunlight. Now what causes dispersion? The reason behind this is refraction. Refraction. When the 7 colors travel from one medium to another medium, each color bends by a different amount, and this makes light appears as a spectrum of 7 colors. This is what happens when light travels from air into a prism. The glass medium of the prism causes light to split into its 7 color. Okay, you will study in higher classes the term refraction. So the main reason is refraction.